Hi YouTube, welcome back to Wtf Rc Cars. So we have the PL18 Ultra on HTX, and I'm now going to show you how to use the Flysky sort of HTX buddy, if you like, to swap your transmitter back to Flysky. Should be quite a painless operation, but you never know with these things. So let's bring in for a close-up look and see how we get on with this one. So for this one, we're going to need our PL18 Ultra. We're going to need the open source assistant. I will put a link to this in the description below. And as I said on the video converting this to Edge, you need to have made up a backup of your model memories in the Flysky software, assistant software, if you're going to restore them back to how it was before you updated this. If you're just not bothered and you don't mind rebinding, resetting your models up, it doesn't matter. So we can click enter. So we can tell it we've got PL18 Ultra. Select bootloader. So this is going to flash back to a Flysky software. Click next step. So it'll say not connected. So if we take the same approach as we did last time, so you're just going to want to pop the rubber cover off. We're going to disconnect our USB-C cable. We're going to press and hold the DFU button. We're just going to plug the USB cable back in. You'll hear the PC make the USB connected sound. So from this, we're going to click connect. We can see we've got a device in bootloader mode, which is our PL18 Ultra. We can click connect. Successfully says it's connected. Next step. So it tells you to double check, make sure everything's correct, make sure you've got the PL18 Ultra selected and the bootloader, which we have. So we can just click start upgrade. So it's successfully written the bootloader. So then we get this screen. So we can select PL18 Ultra. We've only got one firmware to select. And we can click download. So once we've downloaded this, I'm going to open the folder. I'm going to double click on the software. It says it's picked up a transmitter, so let's click update. I wouldn't be too concerned about the scrambled screen. It's just because it's got a bootloader and no firmware to operate. So once we've got the Flysky bootloader on using the sort of buddy software, it's basically got this in the same programming state as what it would be on a production line. And then hopefully this software is now reinstating the actual OS part of the memory, because we've only got a bootloader at the minute. Much the same as if you just flash the bootloader for Edge. Edge will then look for the sort of OS software on the SD card. The Flysky software needs to be reinstated to the actual memory of the transmitter for it to operate as a PL18 Ultra from Flysky. Does look like it's a pretty quick process, this though. So once this reboots, we should have a functioning Flysky firmware OS PL18 Ultra. So yeah, looks like that's gone through fine. And then if you've got any model memories that you need to restore, so this is now completely done. Notice we can leave the SD card in, so you can switch between these firmwares quite easily. Edge would just pick up the SD card and its contents, but I will put all the links in video description. And then if you'd got a whole bunch of model memories that have been overwritten, basically all we'd have to do is click on here. We can click import and then we just go back to our Flysky Assistant folder, our PL18 Ultra folder, where we've made as backup. Make sure it's selected, then select the models that you actually want, add them, rearrange them, press OK, and then once these are restored back to the actual transmitter, you would have to go through your models and obviously bind them back. So imported successfully. One of the things that I would do, much the same as when you get HTX or when you update the firmware on this, I would certainly go to stick calibration, make sure they're all in center, then calibrate. So make sure we're all calibrated, calibration successful, and then bind your models back to their relevant RCs. But yeah, that's, to be totally honest, for a Flysky transmitter, I think they've done a pretty good job of that software, guiding you through updating and reinstating HTX or the Flysky firmware. It's a pretty painless process. I'm quite impressed with it. No glitching, no errors, nothing untoward. And then you do get the pop-up guides. I know I skipped through quite a few of them, but I've done quite a lot of transferring transmitters to and from HTX. But yeah, if you get stuck on any step, you do get the little guide that comes up. You can scroll through it. I'm pretty sure there's another way of getting HTX into DFU mode from the menus. I just can't remember how you do it on this transmitter. But yeah, it's to do with holding them down when you power it up, and you can get into emergency mode or DFU mode to recover a transmitter. But it is very easy to just pop this off, hold the button down, plug in the USB, and then it's in DFU mode. But yeah, quite painless. Nice that you can make backups, and when you've got the transmitter connected in HTX, you can copy these SD card files off, so as you get more models it'll build this up and you can just drag and drop them back to your PC. So there's also images. You can put in pictures of your RCs and assign them. You do have to resize them so they make sense on the software, but yeah, you can put scripts and everything and then just copy these in and out from the actual transmitter. Actually quite impressed with how easy they've made this. Take your time with it, follow the steps. Because you've got the option of DFU mode restore, it's going to be pretty damn impossible to break your transmitter this way, because you can always DFU mode and either go to Edge or DFU mode and go back to Flysky software. So the worst you could do is absolutely screw up and have to start again. The only time I can see you having any issues with this is driver related, if it doesn't see DFU mode and everything, but that is easily fixable. There are sort of driver packages you can download for STM32 software that contain all the drivers you need. As you see on mine, I do run STM32, so it picked it up as an STM32 bootloader. It may call it something different on yours depending what drivers you've got. But yeah, quite impressed with this, and I do like how it works. I'd say it's quite possible I might have this sort of running HTX most of the time. I do want to spend more time with HTX. I have got the EL18 as well. So yeah, I have got the option of run that on HTX and run this on Flysky firmware, but we'll have to see. Depends what videos you want to see really. But that's taking the PL18 Ultra back from AFHDS to Flysky OS. So let's wrap this one up. So there you have it. Shorter video than transferring it to AFHDS, but I wanted to do these videos separate because you're either going to want to watch one or other. And if you want to watch both, you can just watch one after other. Yeah, pretty painless process. Flysky, yep, absolutely cracking. No issues with that software. The process works, even doing it on a little sort of handheld gaming PC. No issues at all. But yeah, thanks again for watching Wtf Rc Cars. Hopefully you find this useful, entertaining, bit of both, just like listening to my incessant ramblings, or you're just really that bored. But thanks again for watching Wtf Rc Cars. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, share to friends and family if you want to bore them stiff and all. Catch you guys again in the next one.